How you doing? This is Rodney back at you again. This is a second video. I'm gonna be doing a series of videos called Wealth Building Tips, and this is Wealth Building Tips number two. And I like to always start off with something that I've read, 3 points. It says that a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. It also says that house and wealth comes from the father. And lastly, it says, children do not save up for the parents, but the parents for the children. Just leave that thought out there. So we're talking about wealth, a mindset that we have to have to build wealth. So what I'm going to be talking about today is risk and reward. When I'm talking about risk, I'm talking about calculated risk that you are willing to live with, or risks that you can live with. I'm not talking about what you can afford, because first thing that we think sometimes is I can't afford it. So we go into I'm not going to do anything mode. So we have to have a calculated risk that we can live with. So let's look at what risk is. Risk is your investment. It is your investment, your resources, your money, your time, effort, work, or talents. That's what we're talking about. What you're investing: money, your time, your talents, your work, your efforts. Reward is a thing or things given in recognition of one's service, effort, or achievement. Now, in order to build wealth, you need resources, money, you need time, and you need effort. And a lot of people going to say, I don't have any money, I don't have any time, and I don't have any talents to put toward effort. But we all do. We all do. When we start thinking outside the box, we limit ourselves, but we have to expand. When you got your first job, you didn't know what you were going to do until you got on that job and you learned, right? So we can learn, we can grow, we can put in the time and effort. Another is we have to use the income that we have, that we earn, that we have, or we get. Someone may be retired, someone may be sorry about that. Someone may uh, be on limited income. So is what you get, what you have in your savings, or what you earn on your job, right? Second, we need, firstly, when we look at those things, we look at, okay, with those resources, the ones that you have, you earn, and you get, first of all, you must put some aside for savings. We talk about wealth building tips. You have to put money aside for savings. That's what we talked about earlier. Children don't save up for the parents, but parents save up for the children. We House and wealth comes from the parents. Amen. We need to leave an inheritance for our children. So we have to save. First of all, you have to save. Amen. Secondly, we take part of that money and pay our bills. And thirdly, we set aside money for opportunities. You have to set aside a portion for opportunities. So when opportunities come, you have the resources to be able to get it done. And sometimes you may not have any money aside. It may be the day that you have decided, okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to follow you, whatever the case may be, and you have any money saved. Well, if you got a paycheck, if you got some money coming in that you get, the three things that we talked about, then we can use a portion of those things to get the job done. But I want us to understand something. The bigger the risk, the bigger the rewards. The bigger the risk, the more money that you put in, the more time and effort you put in, the bigger the reward. I said in wealth building tips number one, I said even the wealthy come together. Amen. I was using an example about athletes. They come together and they pool their money together, or millionaires pool their money together to get a franchise, athletic franchise, whatever the case may be, and they go out and gather that to make. We talking about millions to make billions. That's what I'm saying. The bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So what we want to do is starting off on a low level is, and I said in my first video, is we come together with our little money, we come together with our collective efforts to be able to build wealth. You have to start from someplace. So when we come together with our little bit of money, we come together with our little bit of time that we have, we come together with our little bit of talents, amen, and so that we can come and begin to build wealth together. So what I'm inviting you to do is to give me give me a shout on email. I want you to email me. This is about effort. You have to have effort. I'm not going to do everything for you, but I will help you do what you need to do. But there's some things that you have to do on your own to know that you are ready to roll, knowing that you are in it to win it. So what I want you to do is remember this email, jot it down right now, Rodney4944@gmail.com. That's RODNEY 4944@gmail.com. What I want you to do is to email me and say, I am interested because I'm giving you an opportunity to build wealth. There's something that I want you to join me with. That's when we take our money together, a little bit of money, and collectively we can begin to build wealth. I'm not going to tell you the ins and outs because people are going to say what it is, how much is it? Well, email me. I'm going to send you all the information. You would know how much it's going to cost. You know what you're doing. It's about saving. You have to be able to save money because someone says, "Well, I don't have any money." Well, I'm gonna help you save some money on the various things that you purchase every day, gas and all this kind of stuff like that. You have to have the mindset of building wealth. And first of all, you have to save. You have to begin to save money and have that mindset that I'm taking the money that I'm going to save and go put toward building wealth. We have to start someplace. So I'm going to give you the information. You can leave me your phone number, and I will call you back if you have any questions. Once I send you the information, you have questions, to shoot me another email back and I will get in touch with you. I'll give you a call and we can just walk through some things. So let me give you that email address again. That's Rodney4944@gmail.com. And this is about wealth building tips number 2. I've given you those things. You need to be ready to roll. You got to say, I got some time. I don't care if it's limited time. If you got limited resources, I'm talking about very limited resources, but I'm not going to tell you what it is because I want you to take the effort to find out what it is. But it's very, very, very affordable. If you just go to movies by yourself, give me an idea, and you don't even buy any popcorn or anything to drink, you just go to the movie. That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of money that I'm talking about that you have to have as your resources. Time, we're using collective time. There's a little bit of time, but collective time. Like right now, I'm spending time to do what I need to do to grow wealth. I told you in wealth building tips number 1, where I come from. You know, I do have a business, but you have to have multiple sources of income. That's what the wealthy do. You have to have multiple sources of income coming in to build the type of wealth that you want to build. Most of us have jobs, but that's not enough wealth to leave our children's children to be able to do great things that you want to do in your home, with your family and in your community. You have to have more money coming in than just what comes on our jobs. We're limited in our resources, but we want to have wealth so that we can pass it on, that we can enjoy it for ourselves, go where we want to go and do what we want to do when we want to do it. But we have to have the mindset of building wealth. And I'm giving you tips. I may do 1 or 2 videos a day, but I'm going to continue to do videos encouraging you to email me to get this information so you could begin to build wealth. And even if you don't decide to partner with me, just the thought of you coming to, contacting me to get information is the beginning of a mindset that you need to begin to create wealth. You have to open that door at some point. And let me say the last thing here. You may have tried something before and it didn't work. So have I. So have I. Even on jobs, you may have had multiple jobs throughout your lifetime, and it didn't pan out the way that you wanted it. It didn't give you enough money that you wanted, so you got another job. It may not have been what you wanted to do, so you got a different job. For various reasons, things don't pan out the way that we want them to pan out, but we don't quit. We don't stop. We continue to go on until we find something that works. And what I mean by that, keep trying to find out. We learn, we grow, we begin to know what we're looking for, so that we can have a good idea of if it will work or not. So just because something didn't work, and let me tell you about we know this restaurant, we know this chain, KFC. Colonel Sanders, he failed for a long period of time before he became successful and had his franchise. And when I was a young kid, KFC was always there. I remember my parents used to take me to KFC. So KFC been around for a long time, but it took him a while to get it because he was failing. But he did not quit. So you have to have the mindset that I'm not going to quit. That may not work. It may not be for me, but I'm going to keep looking. Why? Because I want to achieve something that I want to leave to my children. Even if you don't have any children, uh, you want to be able to grow a certain amount of wealth for yourself. So you don't have to worry about going on that 9 to 5. You don't have to worry about, oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. Take a look at it. Shoot me an email, rodney4944@gmail.com, and I'm looking forward to talking with you. And I will see you at the top.